to close racing that is not aero-dependent. Welcome to a developing series for aspiring racers. Welcome to Formula F racing at its best. Welcome to the Formula 1600 Formula F Championship Series, and today it's live from the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Good afternoon, I'm Jason Dukes here today with Monty Matheson at the beautiful and historic Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course for Round 7 of the 2012 F1600 Formula F Championship Series. It's beautiful Chamber of Commerce weather here in Lexington, Ohio, and the cars are already on the track. What do you think, Monty?
Well, Jason, we have a full field of 23 F1600 cars here today. It's a beautiful day in Ohio, and we should have an awesome 18 laps or 30 minutes around this road course.
All right, so let's take a look through the field. On pole is Colin Thompson looking for his first win, and this is his first pole of the year, and alongside his championship points leader, Brandon Newey.
Row 2 is made up of Garrett Grist, Newey's Brian Hurta teammate. Alongside him is Shea Davies, coming off 2 wins at New Jersey just a couple weeks ago.
And close behind them is championship contender Matthias Kolka and Roberto Lorena driving the Van Diemen that swept Mid-Ohio in 2011.
Row 4 is made up of Steve Oseth and Tim Kautz, finished second in points last year, making his first start of 2012.
Row 5 has Steve Jinks making his series debut and 2011 Lime Rock winner Art Foster.
Row 6, Lewis Cooper III and Jesse Lazar in his series debut.
Getting set for battle from Row 7 is Doug Stout and Joe Calasacco.
Jeremy Grenier is on the inside of Row 8, having a great season in the Citation Honda alongside Steve Banford in the McGow.
Behind them is Greg Rice and 2011 VIR winner Jim Godfrey making his 2012 debut.
Mike Scanlon is on the inside of Row 10, a series regular, alongside Kevin Brumbaugh.
And Row 11 has racing helmet artist Mike Kohlhoff and Ohioan Ralph Sapotic.
And on the last row, all alone, is Dan Panoski.
So Monty, here in Formula 1600s, there are doubleheader weekends, and that has something to do with the tires. Tell us.
Well, 2 races every weekend. Once qualifying starts on Saturday morning, you have 6 tires for the rest of the weekend to manage through both qualifyings and both races, meaning you can't run the tires off in the first race.
Yeah, so we'll see how they deal with that. But today at Mid-Ohio, there are long straights, technical turns, and elevation changes. Tell us how that plays.
Well, with these cars, the long straights should lead to some good drafting battles, and the braking zones on this track should promote an overtaking style race.
So let's talk about some of the players here. On the pole is Colin Thompson. This is his first pole of his career, and he's looking for his first win.
Looking for his first win. It's his second year in the series. It's a family-owned and run team. He has missed some races this year, also running in another F2000 series.
So he doesn't have a teammate. He's not from a big organization like Newey and Grist.
No, he is solo, and Newey and Grist have all the, experience of the Brian Hurta Autosport group behind them. It's a factory team from Miguel. The cars have been imported from France. They're here to win.
And so the second big factory team is the Spectrum team of Shea Davies and Matthias Kolka.
And that's a second-year effort. Spectrum had 1 car here last year for a couple races. They started out with 1 car this year with the Cape Motorsports group. They brought in a second car for Davies at New Jersey to sort of ante up against the Hurta crowd, and it seemed to work. Davies was able to win both races and take some points away from the Hurta group.
And by work, you mean it probably also started a little bit of controversy.
Oh, we have a team battle going.
All right, so they're coming into the keyhole, ready for the start, lining up 2 by 2.
We have a points battle on our hands too, Jason. Newey leads the points right now by 24 over Kolka. There could be a different championship at the end of this race.
Oh man, so let's see how they go. Let's see how Newey and Kolka race each other. And then, like I said, we also have team battles within there too. Let's see how Davies, actually we're on board with Davies right now. Let's see how we go. Well, here we go. The start looks like the green flag. And Thompson on the inside looks like he's getting, make it beat to the corner there by Newey.
Outside.
Yeah, but and look now, here comes Davies down the inside. He gets blocked, and Thompson may get to the turn 4 there before everyone else in madness.
Through madness, Davies looking on the outside.
There we go. Well, he's able to get back to the apex, and Thompson takes the lead. He's followed by, who's that there in second?
That's Davies back to second. Newey shuffled back to third from starting on the outside of the front row.
Oh, wow. Newey's not going to be happy about that, and that has some points implications for sure. But back up front, Thompson looks like he's getting through the turns, able to hit his apexes. Whoa, did you see a little bit of sideways action there?
tires are still cold. It's going to be 1 or 2 laps before they come up to temperature. We can see a lot of cars going sideways as Grist now on the outside of his teammate.
Whoa, was that a pass, trying to make a pass for third from the outside on his teammate?
On the first lap of the race, that may not be the best idea.
Wow, so here they come to the flag, completing the first lap. Looks like Thompson is going to be able to complete the first lap and go into turn 1 in the lead.
And if Thompson and Davies get hooked up here, they may be able to pull away from the rest of the field as we jump on board now with Koika, who is in 4th.
Yep. So Koika's going to try to definitely get up there in that points battle because he does not want to see Nui getting more points than he does.
He needs to finish ahead of the 98 car.
Well, I'll tell you what, Monty, these guys seem like they're pretty spread out. You promised me that this was going to be a lot closer.
I think we'll see the field contract here now as we jump on board Davies running in 2nd. We can see the draft happen on this backstretch. He's going to suck right up to the back of Thompson's gearbox.
Oh, man, look at that happen. No, you're right. Look at this. Is he going to make a run on the inside or the outside? He goes to the outside, goes back to the inside, but it looks like Thompson still beats him to the apex.
And Thompson locked his brakes there. That is not good for the tires. You can't be doing that on the 2nd lap of the race.
You're absolutely right. But here we go. Looks like he's making another move to the inside, but Thompson gets, I thought he was going to get down to the apex, but he did not. Takes a look into his mirror, gets to the apex there, and now he's back off into the lead.
And Thompson making his car wide, but he did leave Davies enough room. They are racing each other clean.
Well, yep, Davies. So here we go. Davies is chasing down Thompson. We have another one of these straightaways here, and let's see if, we go back into the pack. Man, you're right. Look at this. They did contract.
Koika now on the gearbox and Nui. This is for 3rd and more points.
Wow, so you're right. Look at how close all this has gotten. While we were up there looking at the lead for the front, the 3rd and 4th place guys have definitely come up. It looks like back up front, Thompson's in the lead, goes through, completes the 2nd lap in the lead, goes down the front stretch and onto the straightaway going into the keyhole.
Thompson leads Davies. And then it's Nui and Koika and Grist, and more importantly, Jason, these top 5 cars all Honda powered as Nui looks on the outside of Koika, looks on the outside of Nui going for the keyhole now.
Wow, who tries to make that pass on the outside on cold tires?
Well,
wow.
It did not work. Nui keeps position, but here we go down the backstretch. Let's see if Koika can use that draft and get past him on the inside going into madness.
Yeah, what is going up there on the... Look, we have 2 battles. You're trying to see what's going on up front, but here for 3rd place, looks like we have a pass for 3rd place around the outside. Can he get to the apex? He does, and he makes the pass through madness going up. Elevation change, see if he can hold down. No, he does. Wow, what a move there.
Koika may be geared a little differently, may have a little more top end in the Spectrum than Nui does in the Magal. But if we look ahead, Davies all over Colin Thompson for the race lead.
Yeah, you're right. Koika making the lead. And those guys, they have to be careful to run their lines because if not, Koika's going to be right up there in 1 second. So we have Thompson. Who's that in 2nd again?
That's Davies. That is the 2nd Spectrum. And, in a championship battle, Koika needs to get past him too. Davies is here to, help Koika and take points away from the Magal of Nui.
But in the big picture, Koika right now is in front of Nui, but as we go back up front, I'll tell you what, Davies is all over Thompson as they go back and complete lap 3.
And Koika is starting to inch in now. Davies right on Thompson through turn 1, and the car is moving around.
Yeah, it is moving around. He's making a left-hand turn, but steering right. You certainly don't want the tires to catch when that's happening.
They are on the limit here. Davies coming off 2 wins at New Jersey and has had a lot of Formula F success in Australia. He's right on Thompson's gearbox now coming onto the backstretch.
Wow, he is right on top, so we pretty much know what's going to happen down this backstretch with him that close. Let's see if he tries to make it to the outside or the inside. Thompson goes down to the inside to block. Looks like he's going to have a straight shot down the inside going into madness. Let's see what happens here.
Davies into the race lead as we jump back and look from Nui, who's now eating up ground as the cars in front of him go side by side.
What a great camera angle from Nui as it looks like Davies made the pass on Thompson. And whoa, look at that, his teammate trying to go down the inside also, and does. So Thompson goes from 1st to 3rd in about 3 corners.
This is a great race unfolding here, and now the Spectrums are 1-2. If they hook up, they could disappear here, and I imagine the team's on the radio instructing them to do so.
Man, well, I'll tell you what, Thompson certainly isn't going to let that happen because it looks like he's going to try for the inside but doesn't make the pass.
No, he can't let Davies get away. He started from the pole, he led laps, he sees a race win here. he's going to be aggressive and get back to the lead.
Well, I'll tell you what, if these guys continue the battle that they're having for second, Davies may have an opportunity to get away.
And Nui may be in the right position here. If these cars touch, he could be a benefactor and just drive off into the sunset.
You know what, I would say that, yeah, you may want to just stay calm and stay back, but it looks like he's not staying calm because once again, turn one is a left-hander and he's turning right.
No, and here we're on board of Thompson looking under Koika for position 2 now into madness.
Oh, wow, and he makes it. But it looks like he may have gotten hit or loose or something, but he definitely went out as Colin Thompson does make the pass. Let's see if there's any type of crossover attempt by Koika.
You know, it looks like Thompson stays in second now. Davies continues to lead. Nui may be sticking with this group. He cannot lose a draft. He wants to suck up to these cars on the backstretch.
Wow, as we go up to the car of Davies, but it was hard to see whether or not Thompson was going to make a run down the inside. Looks like he isn't, as Davies makes the apex, goes into madness, comes over the hill, and still no sign of Thompson.
But Davies is driving the wheels off that thing. I imagine he has mirrors full of a Swift driven by Colin Thompson right about now.
No, you're right, but one of the things we talked about is you want to drive the wheels off, but you don't because there's another race tomorrow. So we're on board with Davies, who's out in the lead. From this camera angle, looks like he's out there, but boy, I wish we could turn those mirrors up some and see what's in those mirrors because I bet it's full of Colin Thompson.
Davies now approaches the carousel. If he wins this race today, he'll be 3 for 3. 3 race starts in the United States and 3 wins.
Yeah, that's not bad. I wish I was 100,000% of anything. I would be terrible.
He may have a bright future ahead of him in motorsports.
Absolutely. Well, here he comes going in. He's finished his lap 5 and he's going into turn 1. And still no sign of Thompson. I'd love to see what's going on behind them.
But that Spectrum is moving around in turn 1. You can see Davies fighting the steering wheels now. I think Colin Thompson should have a run going into the...
Oh, look! There it is. That's what we asked him. Where's Thompson? There he is. As he goes in on the inside into the keyhole and able to make the pass for the lead unless we see... Oh, look at that!
Davies shuffled back to third now. Koika takes second.
Goes to third. Wow, he was just driving off, at least that's what we thought, but it looks like he's trying to come back and get a position back from his teammate.
That's one corner now. As Davies looking on the outside, is right behind his teammate. Koika looking for the lead, and he's going to take it into madness.
Wow, so Koika now goes to the lead. Wow, look at that. Oh, they touch wheels and now interlocking. Oh no, as they go over the hill. So it looks like now Davies is out. I'm sorry, Koika's out front. Thompson in second. Davies in third.
This is hard to keep track of.
Oh, it's really hard to keep track of, as I think Koika's now going to try to drive away from the field, which we haven't seen anyone do, but it's now Koika's turn.
Someone's got to take the
You're not going to drive away going off the racetrack, so now Thompson has a run. He tries the outside, can't make it on the outside, tries the inside.
Koika keeps the lead.
Well, for now, let's see. Thompson is all over him.
Thompson slots back in a second and cuts Shea Davies off, wants to keep him out of this.
God, you have to make clean passes, because if you don't make clean passes, you'll end up in 4th place.
I wonder if that Spectrum from Koika is okay. I mean, he drove off the track there at a high rate of speed, and now Thompson underneath looking for the lead.
Wow. And how would you like to find out whether or not...
Davies has a run here.
How would you like to find out whether or not your car is doing okay by going on the outside on turn 1? And you're right, so Davies comes... Whoa, what is all of this mess? All we saw was Davies going for the lead on the inside. We didn't know it was a 5-car battle.
And Garrett Grist now up to third, has his rain light on, but Grist, 17 from Canada, the second Miguel, has had a couple of strong finishes this year, but no wins yet.
Wow, so Colin Thompson is all the way back to 4th, now 5th right now. That's the furthest back we've seen him as the battle up front for the lead, and that is Koika now in front of his teammate Davies.
Koika takes the lead. Koika just moved here from Finland a year ago to finish high school, has now finished high school, and is poised to do very well this year in the F1600 series, and who knows what may lay ahead.
I'll tell you what, he must have a lot of experience with a saw, because he is sawing at that wheel.
He is driving the wheels off that Spectrum, but I have a feeling he's not going to be in the lead for long. Davies all over him.
Yeah, absolutely. So Davies looking to make a run on his teammate Koika, looks down the inside, doesn't make it, backs off a little bit. But once again, we can't see what's going on behind Davies. Does he have any room to back off?
I have a feeling there may be 3 wide behind him.
Probably 3 wide, absolutely. You want to be smart and back off a little bit if your teammates are in front of you, but you can't, because you'll go from 2nd to 5th as they complete, what is that, lap 7?
Lap 7. We're halfway through, and this race is unfolding here in epic fashion.
I can't imagine their heart rate, because my heart rate is crazy. I'm about to jump out the media center here.
Now Davies looking for the lead now into the keyhole inside of Koika.
Oh, he gets to the inside. Oh, it looks like, oh man, whoa. He's sliding all over the place, but he does make the lead, and does make the pass for the lead, and it's a clean pass, but now...
On board Thompson, they're all over the place going down the backstretch.
Yeah, look at this, and we can't see... Oh, he's on the grass.
There's an off-roading to this twice.
Is that Davies putting his teammate Koika off into the grass?
Davies driving very aggressively, and Garrett Grist now looking for second.
Wow, I mean, is that a good move, or did he just not know he was there?
He must have not known he was there. As we jump on board Nui now, who's leading briefly, shuffled back to fifth. As every lap, this order is changing.
It's changing, and it's really hard to keep track of, but that just makes it really exciting. Up front, so it's either Davies or Koika up front.
Spectrums are 1-2. I believe Davies has the lead now.
Because he put his teammate into the grass.
That's not going to go over well in the post-race briefing.
Oh, no, absolutely. But here they go, 1 through 5, just pretty much in a vacuum with each other.
Throw a blanket over it. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now coming out of the front stretch.
Wow, I'm going to think from these next two straightaways that someone's going to get past. So Davies ends up leading this 8th lap of the race, and it looks like that we're now on board with Davies again as he goes back into turn 1. And I wish we could turn up his mirror so we can see what's going on behind him. As you can see, he pretty much takes the inside line now, going down the straightaway.
Very defensive line, but Koika now on the outside.
Man, and this is going to be Koika's second pass attempt around the outside once he made a successful pass attempt for the lead. So here we go. Davies able to keep it. We're on board with Koika. He missed the pass attempt there. I wonder if anyone's coming up to try and pass him for second as we go back on board with Davies up front.
Back on board Davies, driving very low, going into turn 4 now.
Yeah.
We'll see if anybody is on the outside, but he's got that car well positioned to keep the lead.
It's well positioned. That's definitely a defensive position, I would say. That's certainly not the ideal.
That's not going to go.
Oh, no, got his wheel off and then locked him up going over the hill, and his teammate passes him. And it looks like was that Grist?
That was Grist sticking his nose in there, but couldn't get the pass done.
Wow, so now Koika's up in the lead, and Davies is in second. And actually for this team, this isn't a bad situation.
This is perfect now. They can let Koika escape. They can have Davies hold up the rest of the train.
And so, but let's say I don't think Davies is too keen on holding up the rest of the train.
He's here to do well. He won both races in New Jersey. There are no team orders in this series, so we'll see what happens.
So here we go, back up front. It looks like Koika's up front, exactly what the team wants. Davies, who they pretty much brought out here to get in between him and Nui, is doing his job in second place as we complete lap 9. So we're now halfway through this race. And I'll tell you what, it's exciting. How much weight do these guys lose during these races?
Well, I'd be sweating a lot today. It's 75, 80 degrees outside. We jump on board Davies, and he's got to have a death grip on the steering wheel, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say every muscle in their body is pretty tense.
Koika missed the corner there a little bit, and Davies just closed right up.
Wow, so Koika's making it really difficult for Davies to do his job and just stand between him and the rest of the pack, because Davies really doesn't have any control over this. The pack is going to eat him up if he doesn't go past Koika as they go down the backstretch.
Eat or be eaten, and Davies zigzagging for the lead.
Oh, and here he goes, trying to make a pass down the inside, doesn't make it. That's actually probably not bad for the team, because it seems like if you don't make clean passes, then both cars end up getting gobbled up.
Yeah, but Koika now right on Davies, right on Koika's gearbox. Koika is able to extend that lead a little bit as they go under the Honda bridge.
Yeah, it just looks like Koika's not able to put the laps together that he wants to. It seems like either his car's going where he's fearing that his teammate's going to pass him.
And now Nui, watching all this from fifth, is crossing his fingers and hoping something happens. But, cars going side by side in front of him isn't going to help his chances of moving up.
No, you're right. He wants to move up, but there's absolutely no place to go. So still up front is Koika as they go through the carousel for lap 10. And then head down the front stretch. But you can see here it's a 5-car train. And as you said, you can throw a blanket over these guys. It better be a fast blanket.
And Nui now with 10 laps in the book, starting lap 11, sits in 5th, up to 2nd with Davies. The car is still moving a lot around in turn 1, Jason.
No, that's definitely not going to be good for the tire wear and what they need. So it looks like Davies making another run on Koika, trying the outside again. And it looks like now trying for a crossover, but once again, Koika able to hold on to the lead. But I'll tell you what, Davies is very close going down the back stretch.
I've got to get myself to a Formula F race in Australia one of these days.
Oh, let's go, absolutely. And here we go, making a run. Let's see if he goes down the inside or outside. Tries the outside now, going into madness. Let's see what happens.
Not going to work.
nope, Davies, but look at this crossover. But unfortunately, it's a crossover to the wrong side, and they touch!
Can't bang wheels with your teammate.
Do not. That is not your job to go out there and bang wheels at a teammate. It's pretty much a stay, but I'll tell you what, Koika's putting Davies in a bad spot because he's just not pushing ahead.
Those cars cannot be okay after that.
Probably not. Probably not. Well, I'll tell you what, Koika has now had about 2 or 3 laps out in front of the field, although his teammate is trying to get by. That's the most consecutive laps we've seen anyone lead.
Yeah, that may be a record for this race so far, but now Koika has had wheel-to-wheel contact with his teammate, which cannot be good for the car. And he's also driven on the grass a couple times.
Yeah, it would, I'd like to see if we could get any type of indication of how the car's handling, but they've been squiggling all throughout this race.
He's in the lead as we jump on. That onboard camera is starting to get gummed up a little bit from stuff coming up off the racetrack, but I would laps to go.
I would assume that's probably heat coming off of his back. As they go down the stretch again, going into the keyhole. Let's see, as you can see, once again, a very defensive line, and almost goes out to the outside because of it.
The inside line into that corner. He wants the lead. He wants to keep the lead. And remember, Jason, you also get bonus points for running the fastest lap of the race.
Do you get bonus points for leading laps?
Do not get points for leading laps, just for the pole and the fast lap. So if the Spectrums are able to hook up and Koika can get a nice tow off Davies, that could be a fast lap.
Another pass for the lead, as it looks like Davies is going past his teammate Koika on the inside into Madness, able to get to the apex. So there's but look at him slide, man. He just
did it this time and no contact.
No contact. That's important. Absolutely a clean pass. And now we're going to see if Davies is going to do what no one has been able to do, and that's drive away from the field.
My guess would be no.
I'm going to say no too. You promised us close racing, and I thought after watching that first lap, I thought you were lying to me. But then ever since then, I would say that you're pretty honest.
I have to say, though, the dominant package here looks like the Spectrum Honda from Cape Motorsports. They have led the most laps and seem to be in control of this thing.
No, absolutely. I just say honest. I think, you know what they should do? They should make a movie about Abe Lincoln. I think that would go over well if they do that later in the year.
I have a feeling it'd be a good opening day box office.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. Davies in the lead. Probably still followed by Koika. We didn't see any other passes.
Yeah, we're restricted to onboard cameras only for this race.
No, but why not? I mean, we've seen some great footage here as we're coming into the keyhole, and I'll tell you what, David Z's mirrors must be filled because he took another defensive line going into the keyhole.
We haven't seen anyone run a non-defensive line during this race.
Pretty much, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see who ends up getting the fastest lap because no one has been able to run their perfect line.
And now we jump back to Thompson. Looks like he's in fourth, working the outside of Garrett Grist, but the Spectrum side by side for the lead.
That, like I said, once again, that can't be good for teammates, and that also can't be good for the fast lap. And there's a pass on the outside going into Madness, into the grass. But look at this, Thompson able to make up lots of room as the teammates battle each other.
And that looked like Koika there went off the track again.
Koika,
he's going to be full of grass and dirt.
It is definitely full of grass and dirt. This is road racing like I've never seen it, both on and off the track. And look at Thompson making a run now.
Thompson right on Davies' gearbox. That shows you make one small mistake and getting eaten by the rest of the cars.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to make these passes clean, and then once you're in the lead, you have to stay on the road or you're just going to get eaten up. And so now this is a 3-way, maybe even a 4 or 5-way battle for the lead if we could see back far enough, as Koika now back in the lead, and he will lead this lap now. I believe it's lap 12.
But Thompson is right there. He should have a great run going into the keyhole and even Madness now as the Spectrums again look like they're going to go side by side here.
Wow, yeah, and it goes side by side into the turn. It looks like he's not going to be able to benefit from...
On the outside.
Yeah, Thompson's the person that's able to benefit from the draft because Davies was right beside Koika as Thompson goes to the outside now.
Newey, here's Newey to third.
Well, that's why he was on the outside because Newey...
Didn't know where to go.
Newey was on the inside of him. So here they go, going down the backstretch. We'll probably see an attempted pass for the lead.
Right on the white line now.
And it looks like they're also coming up on a back marker, is that?
That looks like a slower car in front. Hopefully he'll get out of the way, and he does. I can't read a number off that.
Wow, a back marker right there through Madness. As there's another look for the lead, I'll tell you what, person in first place typically is just trying to hold on to the car, and the person in second place is just all over them.
I might be well put to be in second leading the last lap of this race.
No, absolutely. So right now we have Koika up front, exactly where he needs to be, and Davies where the team wants him. And who's that up third now?
That's Newey solidly in third, and the McGowl from the Herta camp. Thompson following in fourth in the Swift. Grist presumably in fifth in the second McGowl chassis.
Wow, so here we go. So Koika up front, Davies doing his job.
Nose to tail now on the front stretch.
It is nose to tail. Davies doing his job in second place. So they go down, and now they're completing lap 14 should be in the books. So only a couple more laps to go, and this is turning out well.
This is heating up here. Davies, the car still moving all through turn one.
Yeah, but this is turning out well for the Brian Herta Autosport. I'm sorry, not the Brian, for the Cape Motorsports.
Two now. Davies looking for the lead into the. Oh, it's another back marker here.
Wow, so they're coming up on, they continue to come up all these long straightaways, and they come up on the back markers at the worst possible place.
And it looked like Koika got held up a little there, and Davies now looking for the lead again.
As the back marker tells him to go off to the side, that's probably a little bit too late, as there's going to be another pass attempt for the lead. As
Thompson now, could he make it three wide?
Oh, well, Koika goes over to the side to try and stop Davies, and it looks like Thompson was going to go down to the inside. But yes, you're right. Koika does keep the lead. Davies is still in front. And now Thompson has gotten past Newey.
Thompson up to third. That cannot be what Newey wants to see. Now Koika leading, Newey back and forth. That's not going to be good for the points.
You know, absolutely not good for the lead. But Koika's still out front.
And now he drifts a little wide.
Yeah, actually, he drifts wide. We're back on board with Davies. Davies, what are you doing to your teammate? But as you say, he's not really giving him as he tried to pass on the outside, not able to make the pass, and now they're going to run down into the carousel, and let's see what happens there. Oh, wow, look at that squiggle, Monty.
Yeah, that car is all over the place. They are driving at the limit here at Mid-Ohio, and there are 5 cars that can win this race.
Wow, and at least 2 of these tires need to be used in tomorrow's race.
Yeah, that's not going to go well.
That is not going to go well. So Koika, once again, in the lead, followed by his teammate Davies. We suspect that Thompson... Look at Davies trying for the lead again on the outside, as it looks like there's another back marker up front there.
Oh, and is touching again through the key.
Oh, look, he's almost turned him around.
I'm trying to get him loose here on the dirt. We're in a sprint car.
What is going on here? So Davies and Koika trying to run away from the field, not successful at it.
Davies looking for the lead.
Again!
Bump drafting?
Is that bump drafting? It is actually bump drafting. So you know, and Davies going to make a look down the inside, and he gets it. Completes the pass, as I think Koika may have slowed down looking at the slower car. Oh!
Davies hits the slower car, and that's Thompson.
It's Thompson! Thompson gets around.
That looked like Dan Panoski was the slower car there. I might be mistaken.
Oh no, Davies trying to look. Oh, we have a replay. All right, so here we go. We're looking from Thompson, a replay from Thompson. Look at that. Oh, when the whole Cape Motorsports team got trapped.
All spectrums got boggled, and now Thompson just drove right around the outside, but Davies not letting him go very far.
He didn't get very far. He drove around, and now he has to be the person, and he was probably not wanting to be out front on the last lap.
And now I think this is 2 laps to go, but how many things has Davies hit in this race now?
Everything, actually. But you know what, though? The bump drafting was really him trying to help his teammate.
Newey way back. As Koika slides around the inside, that's going to shuffle Newey back to 5th, and no sign of the leaders from Newey's onboard camera. He's a whole straightaway behind.
Oh, wow, so Koika got shuffled back to 5th during that.
For the lead, I think Davies just tapped Thompson there a little.
Yep, so he did. So now Thompson's out front, going down the back stretch. Now Davies does not have to be careful with Thompson. Davies can go for this lead.
This is Davies' race to lose, so to speak. He's not in the championship picture, showing up late, and he's hounding Thompson now for the lead.
Yeah, you will not see any bump drafting between these two. It's either going to be knock him off the road or try and get past him. But Thompson able to make the apex going into Madness. The second turn to Madness is able to do it, and it looks like he's going to hold the lead. Oh, absolutely.
All over the place.
Look at that. You can see the car right there in the mirror.
Davies looking for the lead as we're approaching the white flag at Mid-Ohio.
Wow, so coming through the S's, they're going to make the run down to the carousel, but we're on board with Colin Thompson and just wondering what's going on behind him, because I'm sure it's not a pretty single file race. It's probably 4 of the cars in a big gaggle.
No, and Thompson is holding on to this lead for dear life. We got a car off the carousel.
Whoa,
we'll see if we stay green. Davies slows up a little bit. Thompson now is gapping him just a tad onto the front stretch.
Wow, so the white flag is out, or should be out.
White flag is out.
It is out. So Colin Thompson in the lead. Davies right behind him. We go back. Newey is all the way back to 5th, so this can't be good. The question is, where is Koika? Is Koika right up in...
Looks to be directly in front of him.
Directly in front, so this isn't that bad for Newey.
No, he needs to get out here with some points, but he's closing up under braking.
Oh, so let's see what's going on up front there, though. It looks like Thompson was able to get to the turn before Davies.
And now we're on board with Davies, and Thompson has a mega lead down this backstretch.
Wow, how did he get that lead down the backstretch? I'm not sure that Davies is close enough to inch up.
We'll see under braking, but Thompson using up all his tires here to keep the lead on the last lap.
Wow, and he goes into madness without even any type of... Whoa, but there we go. Now Davies is
looking for the lead.
Davies is on him now.
Oh,
And he hits him! Oh, but Thompson keeps on it. Davies is looking for the lead. Thompson
tried to loosen him up there. It didn't work.
It didn't work, but I'll tell you what.
It's a trip to the series officials.
It may have, but it definitely got a trip inside Colin Thompson's head. He goes off the racetrack and he gets passed by his teammate Koika.
Koika takes second, but now we're on board with Thompson.
Could that be intentional to let Koika by?
That didn't look intentional. I think he just drove off the track.
Well, it works out well for Koika, but here comes Thompson going around the carousel. Is he going to be able to win his first race coming down the front stretch? Colin Thompson wins his first race of his career.
Great drive.
That is a great drive. That was a great race.
Expertly managed, and I don't know how he didn't let that car get away from him with the hit from Davies there with just a couple corners to go.
Wow.
That was oval style. As we take a look at the race results, Thompson wins first race of his career over Koika and Davies.
Absolutely, and followed by Garrett Griff's Brandon Newey. But let's talk about Colin Thompson winning his first race. How do you tell your friends about your first race win? How do you describe this race?
I think you just need to put the highlights on YouTube and let it speak for itself. I mean, there must have been 100 passes for the lead in that, Jason.
Oh, wow. What a great win for Colin Thompson. But bigger implications on the points. Matthias Koika finishes 2 positions ahead of Brandon Newey.
That's going to tighten up the points battle, and now we see Koika, too, ran the fastest lap of the race, which will add 2 more points, and Newey cannot be happy about that.
Wow, it'd be interesting to see what lap that was. Do you think it was one of his lead laps, or one of the laps where he was coming from behind?
One of the laps when he had a great tow, and as the graphics come up here, Cellmark Paper Hard Charger goes to Steve Bamford, who picked up 8 spots in his Magal Honda.
Wow, so we have some thanks. We need to thank Brian Hurd of Motorsports, Cape Motorsports, and Colin Thompson for all the footage. Also, Matheson Media for the production here. I'm Jason Dukes, and I'm here with Monty Matheson, and we'd like to thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for future F1600 races in the future.